We're live. Crypto has had a day, hasn't it? Gosh darn, what a difference a month can make. It's pretty crazy. Pretty crazy, guys. Crypto market's just absolutely exploding. I know you guys love it. It's fantastic. We're breaking down some of the news, some of the charts, some of the stuff going on, answering your questions, second half of the stream. But just take a deep breath, savor the green candles. There'll be pullbacks, but it's pretty exciting to be. What the hell's going on in the market, man? Had some great trades the last few days. Basically, though, you just long anything and make money. I don't know. It's been one of those weird days in the cryptocurrency markets. Let's go ahead and get into it, guys. Hope you look at the dead squirrel to coin chart today. I know I saw that. It's nuts. Remind me later. I'll try and pull it up. It's not one of the ones I've got set up for us today, but anyway, we'll take a look at that later. Yeah, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. Bitcoin last week, Bitcoin this week. So Michael Saylor right now, man. Put the rockets on the back of the bike. Let's go. Let's go. Do you think one large pump through summer into the fall is an option based on M2? Based on M2, we should be pumping into July anyway. What crypto just explode? You call a 15% overall pump and explode? You know what, Andreas? I see you, man. I see you. That's hilarious. The markets have moved significantly today. A variety of coins are up extremely. Okay. It's been quite the day, in case you haven't noticed. Yeah, Moo Dang only did 100. Say, I know. Come on. I get fat hippo coin. You know, it's funny. I was actually thinking about longing fat hippo coin the other day. I was like, no, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing the hippo coin. Anyway, continuing. We got some nice Pepe longs, some nice dog of hat longs. It's all good. Solid Intel sharing this. Largest short liquidation events in 2021 has occurred. Approximately $800 million in shorts liquidated over the past 24 hours. Binance not fully disclosed figures. Actual total is probably much higher. Crazy stuff, man. Crazy stuff. Everybody trying to short the damn bottom of the market. Look, doing shorts, you know, on the downtrend. Those failed retests, the 20-day EMA, that all made sense, man. But you had to keep stop losses in, man. All these people getting liquidated, risking millions of dollars, no stop losses. Crazy stuff. President Trump says you better go out and buy stocks now. He said that yesterday. Donald, the biggest financial influencer in the world. United States reportedly weighs plans to slash China tariffs as low as 50% as soon as next week. Scott Bessent and his Chinese counterpart are meeting in Switzerland today to start the conversation. It's good. I don't know if this rumor ends up being true. I know Paul Tudor Jones was basically saying this exact thing, that we're going to see a big reduction in those tariffs as an initial negotiating point. A month or two from now, most of this tariff nonsense will have probably blown over, which is crazy. A lot of deals will start being announced. We'll have all kinds of stuff happening over the next few weeks. We'll see big ones like South Korea and probably Canada, India, whatever. All these ones sort of actually like nailed down solidly, deals signed. We had the UK yesterday. More are going to start coming in, guys. If that China tariff does get reduced to 50% from 150% currently, long your longs. Long your longs. No one's going to say it's clickbait today. No, hopefully not. Anyway, Bitcoin, man, look at this chart. Goodness gracious me. We got up to $104,000. And here's the deal on huge volume. Look at the volume spike there. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Everybody hardcore FOMOing in right here. Bearish, daily, MACD, invalidated. We were about to hit it, and then boom, price started grinding back up. Fantastic. Now we have got to overbought on the RSI for the first time in a long time here for Bitcoin. Last time was back here on the 5th of November. That lasted until, well, about 3 weeks. So you can see the first time we got to the overbought signal there was after a mega pump like this, consolidated for a few days, and then pumped higher. It's pretty crazy, actually. Continued pumping right up until here we got sort of that lower peak actually come in, followed by a decent correction. So where the correction is going to come, I don't know. But a correction will be due after this intense move across the market. I mean, some of these coins have pumped to just such an unbelievable degree. It's actually pretty gosh darn nuts. That daily candle on Bitcoin from $96 to $104,000. Nuts. Nuts, 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 nuts. Now, this is a previous area of price resistance from the 5th of December. We'll see how relevant that ends up being or not. You can see this general cluster right here around $104,000, $105,000 was price resistance back here in January as well. So this would be an interesting place for us to actually see some resistance coming in here for the price on Bitcoin. I mean, guys, this is a mega pump right here. There will be pullbacks, okay? After this kind of madness, there will be pullbacks. When? How high? These are all interesting questions to ask. Look at that 20-day RSI rate, or RSI, 20-day EMA right now. Absolute bonkers zone here. So we'll see. I think 100K becomes probably the most interesting sort of retest area. As you can see here, resistance back there on 9,900K. So as a sort of place to retest support, let's see if that plays out or not. Be an interesting weekend, that's for sure. Raoul Powell saying feels kind of fruity. Phase 2 should run until August or so with short, sharp corrections en route. Obviously, please enjoy your fruit responsibly. And no, I don't think that the top is in August, but phase 2 correction should happen around then before the final leg higher into year end or into 2026. Too early to tell. Global M2 right now, again, shows us pumping into July, maybe into August. Summer months can be a bit lame, but sometimes they aren't. If the markets are pumping, if the market's there, people are making money, guess what? They're going to get out their laptop, log in from the Amalfi Coast, and 100x long Bitcoin, because of course they will. CryptoCon with a great chart here saying, I think there will be a lot of people who are very upset when they miss phases 4 and 5 of the Bitcoin MVRV cycle, the entire bull market. 100K plus feels nice again. Very true. Very true. So basically phase 3 here was new all-time highs. Phase 4, first cycle top. 150K BTC, something like that. That probably comes, again, July, something like this based on M2. So definitely something to watch out for. And then the 5th and final part of the cycle top, which nobody will believe is coming because we'll go up to 150K. And then we're going to retrace back down to 110 or 100K, 20, 30. Guys, think. A 33% drawdown from 150K is 100K. Everyone's going to lose their minds. And then we pumped to 250K by the end of the year. Would not be surprised in the least bit, guys, if you're trading these markets. Check it out down below. BitUnix, available to everyone everywhere. I'm doing most of my trading over here. We got some great trades in the last 24 hours on Pepe, Dog with Hat, Solana. It's been a good time. Got some new orders open, as I shared in that technical analysis video earlier today. So if you want to check those out, go and watch that video. Anyway, Side BitUnix, they got all the big coins, deep liquidity right across the board. $10 for starting your account, $400 in deposit bonuses if you deposit $2,000, $200 if you deposit $1,000, $100 if you deposit $500, and $2,000 in trading bonuses up for grabs here as well. Link down below exclusively with that link. Thank you very much. So, memes that hit too hard. One more 100x, then we can have the life she deserves. The time is here. Lock in. Lock in, guys. Satoshi Flipper, even after a day or two of solid pumps, it's really nothing. We're down so bad from the highs that it's going to take weeks or months of pumping to make it all back. Yeah, perspective. I know. Very exciting, very nice. We love it. It's great to see. Perspective, though, even Solana is up to like 170 right now. Still 50. Well, okay, 45% under the all-time high. So, oh my gosh, Ethereum's pumping. Whoa. 50, 55% under all-time highs. Something like, let's say 50%. Yeah. Some of these meme coins that are up hundreds of percent in the last few weeks, still 70, 80, 90% under highs. So, you know, there's time. There is time. There's time to get positioned. There will be big pullbacks, all that kind of stuff. Okay. So the proclivity for intense FOMO on these wildly green days is definitely there, but I'm not buying anything today. I've got my bags largely packed. So yay for me, but I'm just sitting and watching, man. It's fine. It's interesting. I was thinking about today. This is the least exposed I've been to the majors in a while. I decided to take my Ethereum and Solana money and put it into other big caps and mid caps, stuff like Plume and Wormhole and Gun, stuff like this. We'll see if that ends up being a good bet or not. But ETH's definitely having a moment today. We'll get to that chart here in a minute. Trading Lord, I feel bad for the homies rushing into positions now, but the lessons got to be learned the hard way. Control the greed. There's always retests. Have a blessed Friday. Yes, There are always big retests, especially after such intensely crazy moves, man. Nothing goes up in a straight line forever. And the pumps we've had today have been truly like epic beyond belief. Here's an interesting bit of perspective for you. Now, somebody was asking about top signals here a few minutes ago. And look, there's a lot of top signals to watch out for, from the weekly MACD flipping back to bearish, which will probably happen in a few months' time. Oh no, Southern Stacker says YT is hiding your live show. Well, that's going to happen. Study Caspa, you're missing out. You know, can't only own so many coins, man. I hope you make a lot of money on Caspa, though. What about altcoin ETFs? It would be nice if they were approved now. I think they'll be approved probably in the next few months, which will add more fuel to the fire going into sort of June, July, August. M2 pumping, altcoin ETFs coming. Anyway, there's a whole bunch of different stuff to watch out for. Daily bearish RSI divergence, for example. Coinbase app, which we're going to discuss here more in a second. Weekly MACD bearish crossover, although kind of late, and altcoins will probably dump quite a bit by then. You can watch your individual altcoins for those kind of signals as well. Losing the 20 and 50-day EMAs usually happens earlier than the MACD crossovers, so there's something to watch out for there as well. These kind of things, right? We'll be discussing this more as we start seeing these signals actually come through. But anyway, this is from December 6, 2024. The Coinbase app rank, okay? All apps, it got up to number 13. 13th most downloaded app of all apps. Number 1 in finance for a few days. December 6th approximately marked the top for most altcoins. Some of the AI agent stuff came out and it pumped right into like January, and some of the meme coins pumped into January. But yeah, Bitcoin topped, I think, 2 weeks later. But the others chart, look at the others chart. The others chart basically topped, I think, on December 7th, and then was basically down only. Okay. So where are we right now with the Coinbase app? Are we at number 1 in finance apps? We are not. We are at number 20 in finance apps. And we are at number 259 in all apps. AKA, let me translate. We have more time to run. Like shoot crypto stand-up comedy. It's essentially what the live stream is, man. Every day, having fun, having laughs. Thank you, Tanya. Thank you, Tanya. Appreciate that. CoinGlass showing fear and greed at 73. CoinMarketCap at 70. I don't know how they both calculate their data there, but about the same. We're also not at extreme greed. It's crazy to think we're not at extreme greed yet, seeing the markets today. Anyway, according to the old-fashioned Coinbase app ranking, we still got a long way to go. Nice. Nice. Psychedelic saying alt season may have just started. Bitcoin dominance topping around 66%. We shall see. But a lot of proclamations of Bitcoin dominance topping, and then it just pumps up again. But I would not be surprised to see a bit of a fall in Bitcoin dominance. Bitcoin can keep pumping higher. Bitcoin dominance can keep falling if altcoins can outperform. ETH BTC is bottomed. It bottomed around 0.018 or something like that. Currently it's around 0.02. Not bad. Not bad. Ethereum dominance has bottomed. ETH, of course, leading the pack today out of the mayhem. Simon saying today marks the biggest percent gain for Ethereum in 1,586 days. MFers still down astronomically, a long way to go. I agree. Nice to see all the pump, but a lot of people will still be massively down. And there's, still a lot of opportunity to the upside too. But again, today is probably not a fantastic day to go and ape in. Now, maybe we keep pumping throughout the weekend. I would not be surprised, okay? But when I see these kind of days where, I don't know, Moodang's up 120% or 140% in a day and ETH's up 25% or whatever in a day, it's like, there will be a retest. There will be a retest. There'll be a slowdown. Everyone's getting over leveraged. Everyone's going overly long. The whales are going to wash everybody out. They always do. They're going to take your money. That's what they do. Got to lock those profits in, guys. ETH, what a candle today. Now, we have 12, let's say 13 hour roundup. We have 13 hours to go. for the daily candle to close, and ETH could just rally crazy. You know, let's say US markets open super green, everybody just pumps and goes crazy. But if we close the daily candle looking like that, not fantastic. I mean, fine, but probably then gives more fuel for the thesis of a $2,100 retest, right? Because that's definitely a big sell down there. But flip side, if you close a daily candle above the 200-day EMA, purple line in the chart here, that could really set ETH up for some big moves, guys. And this $2,100 retest might feel a bit far away at that point. Interesting. Very interesting. ETH, man, what a day. Look at that candle. We have not had that kind of candle in ETH in a long time. It's like, Lark, you're a little bit late, just saying. Late with what? Late with what? I don't understand. I've been saying the whole time, guys, this is likely a growth scare. Stayed largely allocated to positions, moved some positions around, did some consolidating. Yeah, anyway, besides the point. Beautiful bump on ETH here. Very nice. Still not buying back in my ETH position. Great to see the strength, though. And ETH strength, very, very nice to see. Because when ETH is strong, it brings up other coins, right? And you think ETH from now to the market cycle top, right? $10,000 to $15,000 is still not that crazy, okay? So let's say 300% gains from here to get up to 10K. If ETH goes to 10K, I'm sorry, but mid caps are going 10, 20X. And I'm going to take the 1,000 to 2,000% gains any day. Not hating on ETH, man. You guys know I got lots of love for ETH, even though I kick it in the balls a lot. They're ball kicks of love, okay? Solana. Let's go. Let's go. Look at this crazy chart on Solana, man. Basically hitting right now. Remember, we were talking the other day about this triangle breakout target. Okay? Bad choice to sell Ethereum, Lark. Maybe. I don't care. Doesn't really matter, man. Plenty of money made in the market, and people get really attached to certain outcomes. Oh, I gotta only make the money in ETH. Well, again, I've got a thesis around that, and I'm sticking to it. Had a good time with ETH, made a shit ton of money. ETH, got nothing but love for ETH and the ETH ecosystem, man. I have no regrets. It's fine. Again, if ETH pumps to 10K, excellent, beautiful, amazing. And the money that I took from the ETH and put into mid caps is probably going to 10X. So I'll get 3X more of my money. Actually, Mad Mike, my ETH was, well, the final bit of, ball kicks of love. The final ETH that I sold was more around an 8X profit, but I took profits on it multiple times. Made shit tons of money. ETH was great, man. And you know what? I'm not like anti-ETH. You know, people are like, oh, now you're anti-ETH. I love ETH. ETH's great. I was even thinking, I've been trying to play in the trenches of the virtuals ecosystem. If I start making some money there, you know what? Maybe I'll just pile some of that money back into ETH for a little bit of the price, like half the profits back into ETH or something like that, and the other half in cash. If I actually find some decent plays and make some decent money. Anyway, we'll see how it plays out. But regardless, guys, crazy breakout here on Solana. Now I took profits on my Solana trade at 170. Of course, it's a few bucks up from now. It's fine. I was kind of, I want to just clean the slate before I go into the weekend. Otherwise, my brain's going to be thinking about all weekend. It's my son's birthday this weekend. I just want to be slightly disconnected. So took the profits. Fantastic. I'll reassess on Monday, see where we're at. Anyway, this thing is just going beautiful. Look at this. Look at this. That was a $20 basically price target breakout, and it hit that, right? So that was basically the target I was aiming for here. So we got the 150 breakout. I got it at 154, sold at 170, worked out pretty well. Jamie, thanks for the lovely comment. Yesterday, disasters days away. Lark, today we're so back. Absolute tool for views. Appreciate your comment, buddy. Hey, listen, that if you actually do more than just look at the titles of the videos and you went and watched the video that we talked about, okay? it's not just, I don't know, all relentless bullish hopium around here. I mean, you guys know a bull by and far. That particular video was talking about a very particular situation. And part of what we do on this channel is share news and educate about stuff. Okay? If you watched the video, again, which maybe you didn't, maybe just looked at the title of the video and said, fuck this guy. That's fine. I get it. It's the internet, man. It's all good. Anyway, that video in particular was talking about the container situation and the trucking situation in America, which I know some of you guys don't love these macro topics, but this is the topic and our take on that topic. Okay. Now, if you don't appreciate macro videos, if you don't appreciate that kind of macro information, that's fine. I get it. It's all good. Be nice. Okay. Just because it's the internet, man, doesn't mean you don't have to be nice. Okay. Okay. There you go. Be with some butthead episodes. Oh my gosh. Those guys are the best. Love that, man. Love that. Love it. Anyway, damn, Solana. Look at that. Those are some beautiful charts right there. Wild bullish propaganda. Anyway, hit the take profit target nicely. We are now coming up to the next challenge here, right here. Now, if you guys remember, 180 was a very critical level for Solana. So if we pump another 3%, we run into an area of major resistance. Now, if it just cuts through it like a hot knife through butter, man, well, that really shows how wild the market's getting right now. That being said, we've just put in wild, intense gains over the last day. I would not be shocked to see this being an area where we actually finally run into some resistance here on the Solana run. It would be a logical area. 180 is a very important price level. Let's see how we go. Let's see how we go. That's where it's looking right now. SUI, new paradigm of money, broke out of our bull flag. Guys, remember we were talking about that in the SUI video earlier this week, saying, man, I'd love to see this get a retest, but then the market just turned damn bullish, which is why I said, if we don't break down here and get that retest, watch for the breakout of the bull flag. We got the bull flag breakout. It broke out like crazy. Back up over $4 right now. Back into overbought territory on the RSI. Frickin' SUI, man. Frickin' SUI. That's crazy. This thing is just a wildly, wildly bullish coin. People absolutely love this thing. Watch for strength in the market, man. Watch for strength in the market. Absolutely beautiful stuff there. Anyway, great run here on SUI. Currently not showing day 2 strength like Solana is showing right now, but let's see. Let's see. Pretty close to actually back to all-time highs, which is nuts. You know, Solana is still about 50% under its all-time highs. I guess Solana needs about 100% pump, 90% pump to get back to all-time highs. SUI's just 30% away. It's actually not even all that crazy. Nuts. Nuts, man. Love to see it. Love to see it. Now, where do we go from here? Is it time to go super mega long on SUI? I mean, SUI's just one of those hardcore coins, man. But again, everything's been pumping so wildly bullish. I would like to wait for the next setup to present itself here. So maybe we bull flag here. Okay. Maybe we get a little bit of, you know, a calming down effect here. If we zip back here, take a look at previous price action, you can see resistance here, support here, support here. Not quite resistance there, but enough to say that's an interesting area for SUI to be maybe taking a pauser at. Dog with, oh my dog with, dude. These meme coins. Meme coins are where the money is. That's crazy. Now, it's still 80% under its all. I'm so late to getting into dog with hat. 85% under the all-time high still. Wild pump. But it really goes back to what Satoshi Flipper here was saying, that, yeah, a lot of these coins still have a lot of room to go, man. The 200-day EMA for WIF is at $1.20, man. That's crazy. That's crazy. Again, some of these altcoins got so unbelievably destructive. It's pretty damn nuts to see, actually. Anyway. Pretty interesting breakout there on Dog with Hat. Meme coins have really been the biggest runners by far over the last day. So really interesting to see some of these big moves here. Again, try not to FOMO late into some of these things. Like, yeah, maybe we just pump all weekend and I'm just simply not bullish enough. And then I see this. I think, well, you know, 79, 80 cents. That's an interesting area of price resistance, isn't it? No, this doesn't have enough history back. Need to go on chain for that. So maybe we see the run finally peter out a little bit there. Wouldn't be surprised. Okay. Would not be surprised. Again, there will be pullbacks. I know it's tempting to FOMO in when everything's running so hard. Plenty of chances to make money, plenty of opportunities in this market. Okay. Pop cat, man, the cat is indeed popping. This has been one of the strongest coins on the recovery here. Absolutely bonkers zone, this thing. And really, you know, right now we're coming up to, let's say, an area of resistance, but still with 63 cents. Actually, probably the next most relevant level of price resistance here. So we'll see how that goes. Some of these things, of course, starting to move into the overbought territory. A lot of coins moving into overbought territory. A lot of things having absolutely wild runs. Okay. So yeah, that's just another one of those ones, just crazy stuff. Fart coin, new paradigm of moneying right now. 20-day EMA retest. Gunning for the top of the channel, I guess, around $1.70, huh? $1.80. That's crazy. That's crazy, man. Okay. Holy shit. We had a lot to cover there, guys. 25 minutes. I swear, I really intend to make the presentation part of these things like 15 minutes. Just never works out. Too much shit to talk about. Remember to hydrate, guys. Dog with fart. Oh my gosh. Fart going to the moon. Virtuals and AI 16s. All right, let's get those charts up here. Why not? Let's have a look. Beautiful, man. What a retest yesterday, huh? It's interesting because there were some changes to the virtuals protocol, Genesis pools, whatever, had a big pullback to the 20-day EMA. Guys, I want to point this out. Look, we are in an uptrend. Coins have started uptrending again. How long the uptrend lasts? Well, we hope until like July or something like that. Nobody has the real answer to how long it's going to last, how bullish everything's going to be, all that kind of stuff, okay? What you can watch out for during this process, okay? 20-day EMA retests, okay? 20-day EMA retests. Those tend to be in an uptrend in the same way in the downtrend. Where were we making money? Shorting 20-day EMA retests on the downside. Boom, 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 boom. 20-day EMA on the way back up. What are you watching out for? Retests, right? Sometimes you'll see a bigger pullback, you know, get down to the 50-day EMA, but you need a 50-day EMA really, I think, to hold. You lose 50-day EMA on some of these coins and probably marks a potential change in trend. If you get 20-day EMA retests like this here 2 days ago on virtual at $1.26, that is a signal to go long. And look how quickly these things have been getting eaten up. So you need to set limit orders in those areas in order to catch them. Okay, if you're just waiting on seeing it, well, I'm going to wake up and hope that it's at the 20-day EMA and I can perfectly just do a market order when I wake up in the morning. You're probably going to miss out on a lot of these. Okay, so virtuals had a nice pump. We had the sort of Genesis tokenomics reshift FUD here-ish, retested 20-day EMA, bada bing, bada boom, up it goes. So nice move there for sure. Let's just see where we're at. It's interesting. Curiously, I feel like this area right here, around $1.80, $1.90, was a pretty important level for us to break out over, and a retest back down at, say, $1.80, $1.85, something like that wouldn't be too surprising, to be honest. Moving up, you can see right here, we are at price support here, 13 Jan, right around this current price level. If we can continue to consolidate, move up here without getting a decent retest back down, then probably this area right here around sort of 250, yeah, 250 probably becomes an interesting price area for a a trade position. Okay, anyways, look at AI16Z. Things have been having a nice run too. Not as bullish as virtuals right now. Everybody's buying virtuals so they can go and ape into the Genesis launches, and there's been some nice runners over there. Remember when Lark said that the Pectra upgrade wouldn't do much to ETH? It's burning a ton of ETH. Fantastic, Angelo. I'm happy. I'm really happy for that. Really happy for that. Okay? That's really great. I'm really excited that we got a bunch of ETH being burnt again. It's awesome. It's awesome. Okay? And that's great. That's great. I did not expect that, and it's excellent to see. Love it. Love it. Cisco Kid says, I'm sitting on my hands, already overinvested. Fair enough. Now, anyway, AI16Z has not been as wildly bullish as virtuals, although they did just launch their auto.fund platform, but really there hasn't been any runners on there yet. The biggest ones have got up to like a few $1 million market cap, and that's kind of been it. And I've thrown a few SOL into a few of the auto.fund meme coins. Nothing's really taken off yet. I feel like all it needs is one runner, though. One good runner, and it's going to probably bring AI16Z absolutely pumping. But we'll see. Lark, do you always use the 20, 50, and 200-day? Yeah, sometimes I put the 100-day on there. I don't know. I just find those my favorite. I feel like you just got to get a system and work with it, man. Really, like, you know, you can use the 21, or some people use like the 9 and 27 or whatever. You know, there's a whole bunch of things you can do. But for me, I like the 20, 50, and 200. 200 is really sort of like the slower key bull bear line. The 20 and 50 are the short-term lines that I think are sort of the most relevant when trading. You see the market really respects those. Anyway, right now, AI16Z, key area of price resistance here around 44 cents. Okay, so 41 to 44 cents, probably a take profit area if you sort of were trading the bounce from the 20-day EMA down here. If you're looking to get positioned, probably 25 to 30 cents. Pullback is an interesting area to look at that there. Okay, continuing. Can AI16Z go back to its all-time high? Of course, anything can go back to its all-time highs. Will it? That's a different question. Like I said, it needs a catalyst. The ELIZA framework is one of the most used frameworks right now in sort of the AI agent space. That being said, the coin itself really needs to get like a strong catalyst behind it. Success on auto.fund is probably going to be the thing that does that. I'm really surprised there hasn't been a decent runner yet. Lark, do you use Chat GPT? Of course I do. Of course I do. Pepe. Yeah, let's get the Pepe chart open. This thing's been bonkers, man. Absolutely. What a beautiful, just crazy daily move on this thing. Absolutely nuts. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, like cow, man. Just up 32. Okay, so total 2-day gains, 68% from the retest here on the breakout from the 50, 20-day EMAs right here. Boom. Absolutely rocketed. Look at that. That's pretty nuts. It's been a great move. Again, we were talking about this. Broken out of the downtrend, broke past the EMAs, broke past this short-term price resistance here. Over the 200-day EMA, absolutely bonkers. I sold at the 200-day EMA. Thought, okay, there's probably going to be some resistance there. Nope. Hot knife through butter. Kept on running. Doesn't matter. Made money. It's all good. But I have a new order open for that on the pullback here at right around the 200-day EMA. So we'll see how that plays out over the next few days. You can already see a bit of a sell down coming on this. Again, you have to understand, after such wild, intense, bullish propaganda price action, there will be pullbacks, guys. There really will be. Cosmos, man, nobody talks about Cosmos anymore, man. Can thumbnails say fucking? I don't believe this is allowed. You replace the U with an asterisk. You get away with it. Still not tired of winning yet. Let's go. Just stick to either trend lines, support resistance, RSI, or MACD move. You know, that's what I do, man. Just keep it simple. There's so many people way overcomplicate all the trading stuff. Is like, you can do good enough just longing retests of the of the 20-day or a 50-day EMA if that breaks. Paying attention to the RSI, paying attention to the MACD for sort of broader momentum in the market and stuff like that. It's not rocket science. Brett is pumping. Literally everything's pumping. The baby hippo did better. I know. Mudang. You are my arch nemesis, Mudang. We are not friends. You'll be stinky. You'll be big. No one's going to love you anymore. Mudang. What is wrong with us? Dead squirrel's pumping too, apparently. Lark is crazy. Everything I've been shilling is pumping like crazy, huh? Yeah. Pepe chart. Are we not here? Oh, wait, hold on a second. Did I not put did I not put it up? There's Pepe chart again. Pepe chart's been crazy. But we just talked about the Pepe chart. But man, it's had a great run. Okay, let's dive into the Pepe chart a bit more. Look. Pepe's had an insane run. You can see where it got up to here. Logical area, previous support, 20th December, resistance, 31st of January, okay? Drive it back a bit in history. What do we see here? Approximate resistance once again. Didn't quite get as far as there on resistance previously. We can see this general area we're in right now is a pretty important one. So again, I am looking for a pullback to the 200-day EMA. That's what I'm keeping an eye out for. Trump coin gonna boom. Yes, fake Dan, yes. This is what I'm talking about. Remember, we're not geniuses. Just you literally could have longed anything yesterday and made money. Anything. And it doesn't take a genius to do that. It's just picking up free money while it's on the floor. Okay? Yay for us who did it, but just bull market vibes, man. Some coins pumped better than others. Yeah, the stinky baby hippo pumped. It's fine. It's fine. Pumped more than Pepe. All good. Congratulations to the guys who got bigger gains yesterday. Hold it. Oh my God. Matthew. Holding Pepe since October 2023. Retiring your bloodline with this one, man. Holy cow. Love it. Love it, dude. That's awesome. Fetch and near. Let's have a look at those. Let's have a look at the Fetch chart. Fetch AI. Oh, there we go. Fetch tether. There we go. Let's have a look at it. And near. Okay, let's do those two charts real quick. Interesting move on Fetch. Obviously, pumping like everything else. 20-day EMA retest. Again, so many of these coins move in unison. That's where it's like, yeah, okay, yay, it's a bull market. Everyone's getting rich. Like, all you have to do is long the 20-day EMA retests, man. Everything hit the 20-day EMA over the last few days. Well, not everything. A lot of coins, let's say. And then pumped from there, okay? Currently, it's coming up to the 200-day EMA, likely area of price resistance. You can see the support back here in August 24, for example, is right around this level. Man, it got slaughtered in April, didn't it? That's wild. That's absolutely wild. So much bullish news has come out for Fetch, you know, with their big partnership with all the other AI coins and stuff like that, and just slaughtered, absolutely slaughtered. Worse than the yen carry trade sell-off. That's nuts, man. Some of these coins just got so wrecked beyond belief. It's actually pretty intense to see. Anyway, besides the point, this right here, probably key area to get above. Of course, getting above that also gets us back above the 200-day EMA, and it's probably a rocket zone from there. But until we get some solid daily closes above this level, ideally above the 200-day EMA, then watch for retests coming in, okay? Near, right, near. You want to talk about near too? Let's talk about near real quick. Near, one of the weaker coins in the market right now. Kind of looks like my Aptos charts, man. Why didn't I buy Sui? The thought did cross my mind. I was like, I should switch my Aptos bags for Sue. Like, nah, it's going to catch up. And now, anyway, c'est la vie. It's all good. Sometimes you make more money. Sometimes you make less money. You know, my dad taught me some great wisdom one time. He said, son, said, all beer is great. Just some beer is better than others. Stuck with me. It's dad wisdom right there, man. And this is the thing is making money is great. Some coins make more money than others. When people get all like emotionally attached to their coins, my coin's a special unicorn. Doesn't matter, man. You make some money today, I make some money tomorrow. As long as you make money, who the F cares? It's all good. Anyway, near right now. No regrets selling this bag personally. I feel like it's going to catch up at some point. This is the key area of next key area of price resistance right here. So watch for $3 to be the sticky area where you might get a rejection. Here for this one, look to relong retest of the 20 and 50-day EMAs, which are probably going to be crossing over the next couple days here. So around $2.50 becomes a pretty interesting area for a retest. So break beyond that, come back down, retest that, long back up, hopefully getting over the 200-day EMA on the next impulsive move here for near. I'm not trading that chart, but it's not looking too bad. Sonic is underperforming. Yeah, Sonic's not too crazy right now. Unfortunately, I think it was doing really good for a while. I bring it up here. Currently here, uptrend has held. Let's redraw it like that. Uptrend has held, keeps putting in higher lows, so that's good. Currently, potential double topping here. Second rejection from the 200-day EMA. Still holding this bag. We're going to see how it goes. I'm not against hopping out of positions and putting those into other coins, but generally, I don't want to take money from an underperforming coin and put it to a coin that's just pumped 100% in the last few days. Again, there will be retracements on all coins, okay? Some will retrace while others pump. Some will pump while others retrace. It's how the game works. Anyway, currently looking under the 200-day EMA rejection, which is not fantastic. However, can I just give it a little bit of bullish propaganda here on it, that we did have a 20, 50-day EMA crossover right here on the 8th of May. So that at least says we're heading in the right direction. Phantom, Sonic, the rebrand coin, undervalued in my opinion. Great blockchain to use. Let's see if they can capitalize on that and get us up to $5. Let's go. $5. Come on. Stockmo. Shout out to Stockmo. Not sure who Stockmo is, but hi, Stockmo. XRP, we have not talked about XRP today. Let's talk about XRP. Didn't the SEC, I saw some news about that. You know, I don't pay as much attention to XRP as I do a lot of other coins. I usually have the chart up somewhere, but let's look at it. Wasn't there some sort of SEC news about XRP? Anyway, have a look at this chart right here. Now we're just going to ignore this little deviation here. This is our uptrend here. This is our downtrend here. This is our gargantuan mega triangle here for XRP. The 20-day, 50-day EMAs are curving up. XRP has been one of the strongest coins during the entire market downturn. It only traded under the 200-day EMA for just a few days. This thing has been a beast. Now, if you don't know about XRP, XRP is one of those funny coins. It does literally nothing for months and months and months on end. And then it just like 5Xs in like 2 weeks, like it did previously. It's kind of got a habit of doing this in the market. So my theory here on XRP, let's have a look here. Look at that. Triangle terminates on the 10th of June. So this has got a wild breakout target. It's, top's 350, bottom is $1.75. So that's about $1.75 from the breakout. So let's say we break out here at 250. Brain work here. 350. 425 approximately be the next target here for XRP as a technical target from the breakout of this triangle. Hasn't broken out yet, still curling up within the triangle. Like I would not be surprised to see it come back down, retest these EMAs or even the bottom end of this triangle here in the coming days and weeks before finally breaking out and heading higher. But with everything else pumping, XRP will catch up. It'll have its moment. It always does, especially now that all the SEC bullshit's finally ending. The dog of Bitcoin. I'm not holding a Juan, but it's like I've always said, I'm not really into the Bitcoin meme scene, but it's probably the only one on of the Bitcoin memes I'd ever consider owning if I was to do that. Dog to the moon. XRP to $1 million per half token. It'll literally be worth as much as the entire solar system combined. I love it. I love it, guys. Pepe really strong. Absolutely. Why do you think, I mean, well, literally everything's pumping right now, Cash Money, but look, why wouldn't Solana pump? It's been one of the most, it's been the hottest coin this cycle, basically. And the strength it continues to show is incredible. The on-chain casino still running hot on Solana. Okay, on-chain DeFi, DEX volumes, daily users, all that stuff. The stats speak volumes for Solana. So definitely one coin not to fade. That being said, it's Friday. It's the afternoon. It's time for me to log off, go hang out in the pool with the kids, relax, enjoy. We got some great videos coming for you guys over the weekend. I hope you enjoy those. Watch out for retests. It's been a wild few days in the markets. Enjoy it. It's nice to see. I'll see you back on Monday with the next live stream. Hopefully we have some, I'm sure we'll have lots of interesting things to discuss then. So I'll see you guys back then. Have a great weekend. Peace.